Hey everybody, Chris here, aka Rufotris Rooted Rockhound, and today I've got an awesome bit of rocks to show you that I just received from a friend. Now unfortunately, I received these because the friend had another friend whose grandfather passed away that was really into lapidary, and so this stuff comes handed down from them, and we'll make sure to put it to good use, keep a bunch of these specimens in my collection, and honor them, the way that a lapidary artist would have. Not only that, there's an unfinished project in here, and we're gonna actually see about finishing their unfinished project. So I guess without further ado, let me go ahead and turn this around and show y'all what we got here today. Okay, so I was gonna start close up and one at a time, but I wanna give you a quick shot of it all. So here's the large piece of wood, and there's a stack of agates here. All of these have a little leaf bale mount thing put on them to attach strings to hang it, but they're not polished. So we're gonna kind of see what we can do. It is a lot of huge flat agates to polish, but I do want to get rid of those saw marks as much as I want to get rid of that train in the background. I don't know if that picked up. But we've got a couple other things here that we're gonna make some fun videos out of as well. Large crystals to clean up. We've got a truncus geode here, and this has some amazing UV in that calcite, so wait for that. We've got a fish fossil. Looks like that's possibly one of those fish like from Green River, Wyoming. And then we've got a big old chunk of rose quartz, very pink. It's kind of flooded out with my lights, but that's a little more pink than the camera's showing. Oop. That is some mahogany obsidian. That's a little brittle on the end there. But we got two chunks of obsidian here. And then we've got a piece of calcite. It kind of looks like Utah. That looks like Utah honeycomb. This stuff just keeps finding its way to me from many different people. But then we've got this amazing hemimorphite. Like, holy cow. All right, get that light on there. Look at that. Gorgeous, thin, tiny blades of hemimorphite. Some of you might be used to that blue chalcedony looking botryoidal hemimorphite. This is the much rarer crystal form from Mexico. They often like to dye these blue. I'm happy to say this is a natural specimen that has not been dyed. I don't know why they dye them blue. That is gorgeous. We'll take a closer look at that. Unfortunately, the specimen was damaged. This was a picture frame that hung on a wall, but I received it damaged. Don't know if maybe it's been damaged for years, something he was gonna fix, or something that got damaged on its way to me. I'm not sure, but it's okay. We'll maybe remount it and take care of that. We're gonna clean this one out today. Might clean this one off a bit. And in a future video, we're gonna kind of look and see what we can do about removing the dye from this geode, because that is an artificial color. We all know these geodes, oh, no geodes coming up. Is that a penny? There's a coin back there. Do you think it's a lucky coin? There's a penny in there. How did that happen? 1994D. Fairly good condition. How many steps? Oh, it's still got steps. And the man in the, cool, got Lincoln in the memorial. All right, so I'll look that up and see if that's on my list of maybe defects or rare pennies. I doubt it. I don't remember 1994 D on there, but maybe that's why he had it stashed in a geode. Or it's just total coincidence. Anyway, so here we've got the truncus geode. In fact, let me put you on the tripod now. We're still kind of free-handing it. I just wanted to give you a little look around all that stuff. I'll put you on the tripod, and we'll start cleaning up this geode and maybe start scrubbing this up a bit. Okay, now that I've got you on the tripod, let me actually rewind a little. This fossil was upside down. There we go. Took me a second to realize that was upside down. Very cool. Can't tell if there's a little more to be revealed in there. Kind of looks like there might be a little more they could have scribed away. Looks like they accidentally hit right over the specimen with the scribe. A couple times maybe. Is that the preservation stuff they put on there? That's not like a natural mineral deposit, is it? Oh, come on, light, help me here. I'm gonna assume that's something they put on to preserve it, the glossy finish. Well, either way, that one's going on my display. That is super cool. And then I forgot about a couple more in this box here. This one needs a little bit of backlight to show its true beauty. There, it's got like a sun right there setting over a bubbly landscape. Oh, there we go, that looks really nice from this side. That one would be cool in a shadow box. And it's got a kind of velvety botryoidal top. Right here, you can see that nice botryoidal velvet. That is a micro druzy. Micro druzy velvet on there, very cool. But that piece is pretty. And then there's a couple pieces of what appears to be sodalite. Well, at first I thought it was lapis. But I didn't see pyrite at first, and it looked kind of like some sodalite I had. I'm kind of bad at telling the difference between sodalite and lapis sometimes, so let's hit this with the UV and see what it tells us. That is, if it tells us anything at all. They're a little dirty, but it kind of looks like sodalite. Is that some red in there? Oh, my eyes this morning. Huh, okay. I'm guessing sodalite. Yeah, I'm gonna say sodalite of some sort. What is your opinion on this? Do y'all think that's a sodalite? And again, I'm really sorry about construction noises in the background. It's been an issue lately for me with recording because they are building a new building right outside my door. Actually, two new buildings right outside. And we live by a train. But there's no other way to afford living in California. So this, I'm really perplexed. Oh, okay, readjust there. There we go. I was trying to say, I'm really perplexed by this because that crystal does not look like a calcite. Doesn't look or feel like a calcite. Down here, neither does that. It didn't look like it cut or polished like a calcite either. But at first I was calling that a calcite. Now I'm taking that back. It's not only, ooh, look at those little eyes down there. Ooh, look at that tiny, tiny banding. Anyway, not only is it like hard and polished and stuff, but I don't know. I would think calcite would crumble and break when they cut that and polish that a little more. Well, we'll do some tests maybe. I'm not gonna put acid on this piece, but what we will do is hit it with the UV. And this one is super cool. We're gonna clean it up and see if those back ones glow a little more too. Looks like they do under all that dust. But look at this. Check that out. Not only is it red, but it's not just fluorescent, but it's phosphorescent. So I'm gonna turn off the black light in 3, 2, 1. It's a little light in here. Too much daylight to show very well, but I promise it phosphoresces. Check it out. There we go. That had a nice 1.5 second linger. Yeah. Same with this one up here. Yeah, it's got a nice little linger in that. So, yeah. What do you think that is? What is your guess? What minerals are known to be in Truncus geodes from Mexico that are nice and clear crystal and glow orange in the UV, orange red. Yeah. Guesses? All right, so this big chunker is about 8 by 8, approximately 8.5 by 8.5. That way and that way. So it's a big chunk, and it is heavy. It's not just pyrite and quartz. It is, I believe, a lead ore. Possibly, contains some galena, because holy cow. Like, this thing is just super heavy. Oh yeah, look at that. That's a lead ore right there. Almost wonder if there's some real gold mixed in here somewhere. Oh man. All right. That's nice to add to the collection of pyrites and lead ores. I'm getting a nice little growing collection of lead recently. Oops, sorry, I just smacked the camera with the crystals. Good thing they make the phone camera lenses out of, what is it, sapphire, so quartz shouldn't scratch it. Oh hey, I'm recording this and my work just texted me and asked me to come into work early because they're short-handed, so I might go in early and finish recording this afternoon when I'm off work. But I guess really quick, so I have something to edit while I'm at work on my lunch break. I'm gonna show y'all a few of these, just a couple really quick here we'll pull out. Look at that one. It had a quartz crystal growing in it, and it's got the geometry of the quartz crystal. That is so cool. That must have been growing sideways in a big geode, and they just cut right through the point, because you can see the little quartz layer there with the little points on the edge. That one is super wild. I don't know that I've seen a slice like that before. So as you can see, we got quite a few here. And yeah, I guess we'll flash to this evening when I'm back home, and we'll get these damp, put some backlight on them, show you in the UV with backlighting and black lighting. And yeah, for you guys, that'll be like 2 seconds right here. And we ran out of music just at the end. I did not want to cut any more of it out though. This one is a kind of cool pear-shaped one, but we've got just a few more to look at here. And then I'll go over them with the UV. We'll take one more look at that geode. Now that I cleaned it out on a live stream, which you can go watch my recent lives and see where we were hanging out, and I cleaned that one and started to clean the pink geode just a little bit to remove a bit of that gunk. And this one, oh man, I love it. It looks like the Eye of Ra, I think is what it's called. It's like that Egyptian eye. You can see it right there in the agate. That's a pretty cool pattern. I like that one a lot. And just not to leave it out, this is the last one here, and was kind of the least exciting. It was a little bleh. I think it needs to be polished a little bit to let some more light through properly. But let's take a look at the other things. Well, there you go. I just did a little macro shot right on the corner there. Scratched it very easily without almost any pressure from my knife, so that is actually calcite, as I first thought, and then said I didn't think it was because of the interesting crystal shape here. Just got a lot going on in it. Got some rainbow refraction. It's got a really cool crystal shape. Nice natural facets. Those little lines, those like striation parallel lines on the face. But it's also got that really cool UV. So, very interesting specimen. There's some reflection over there that's kind of rainbowy looking. Alright, so this one has got a little bit of the staining removed. I went live with Allison of Prairie Girl Rocks and talked about a few ways we're going to try and clean this. So what I've got here that I'm doing just behind the camera is getting a little bit of acetone nail polish remover and some alcohol on some Q-tips. So I've got acetone on the left, alcohol on the right. I kind of want to just see how much dye comes off easily with either one. Oh man, the alcohol takes it right off. It's just coming right off those crystals with the alcohol. Crazy, it turns kind of orange, and at UV glows. In the UV it's orange, and when it comes out it turns kind of orange. That's weird. Well, we'll try the acetone anyway since I've got it on a Q-tip, but I don't think we're gonna need it to clean these off very well. Looks like it comes off a little bit with the acetone, but maybe not as much. Let's see, roll it around in some of the same. Yeah, maybe it does. Weird though. Looks a different color once it comes off, and maybe the alcohol also makes it brighter and more orange. That's weird. Well, I'm gonna dump some alcohol in here. I'm gonna let it soak a little bit more, rinse it out with some water, soak some more alcohol, and try and clean this thing up. That's from soaking it in just water and dish soap earlier. And the bottom of it is also just coated in this horrible gunk that I'm not convinced is real. I think they put a weird sandy plaster on the outside that is just totally coming off with all the water too. Well, I'm gonna clean this up and we'll maybe give you a little sneak peek of it almost done. It might be another video that it gets done. That's just full of rubbing alcohol right now, and the dye is just clouding off of there. All right, so I used my handy dandy toothbrush and just gave it a good scrubbing and removed a lot of that outer weird material they had. It does look like some dye penetrated through some parts. So I don't know how deep it's gonna be in there, but it's already looking really good. It's got quite a bit removed. There's some really awesome crystals in there. But now I'm just gonna wait for this sediment to settle for a little while, give it a bit to sit so that I don't dump a bunch of sediment down my sink. As I was rinsing out the crystal here, it kept having a lot of the loose sediment from the outside getting in my sink, and I didn't really want to clog my drain, so I stopped. I'm gonna wipe up what's left in my sink, clean it out, try not to get too much going down the drain. Alrighty, I think that's gonna be it for now. This video has already gone on a little longer than I planned. I have to just thank my channel members and my Patreon members. Thank you all so much for helping make all of this possible with your donations. And yeah, I'm trying to think of what the next video will be, and I think it's gonna have to be the stuff I just got at the new Lapidary club I joined. So last night I went to a little Lapidary club meeting, joined, and they were actually having a little bit of a live sale. So definitely I'm gonna have to show you some of the goodies I got. We'll see you next time. Bye.